Yes, so good afternoon. This is the analysis on EURCAD, and as you see on the chart, our EURCAD is on the uptrend, and as you can see, the price was going up, making higher highs and higher lows to break this structure to the upside, which is our POIs to the upside. Look at this. To the upside, this was a break of structure, and remember, mind you, I'm on the monthly time frame. It broke structure to the upside, but it never broke structure. It broke structure after taking this liquidity on this low. Check this out. It took liquidity before breaking structure, and we said this is a liquidity, and we said for us to say that this is a valid break of structure, number one, it must take liquidity. Yes, it must take an inducement and then go to break structure, and it must break a structure with a full body, not a wick. Are we together? So it has broken to the upside, so we are on an uptrend. And what do we expect after breaking the structure? This price, we can't go into it without the price at this point, it is the price is reacting from somewhere here, yeah, which is a kinda a key level. So the price is reacting from a key level, but let's go to the lower time frame to see what the price is doing. Let's go to the lower time frame to check out what the price is doing. But remember, for us to say this is a valid break of structure, it must take liquidity. Same for change of character. Now on the weekly time frame, I want us to focus on this let me show you what I'm saying. I want us to focus on this leg and study what is going on in this leg. It was going up, pull back, go up. Yeah, it is an uptrend, this leg, and I want us to check what is happening. I want us to mark all the structures to the upside. Now let's do it. Let's do it. Now from this point, as you can see, let's start from this point here. Now the price went up, pulled back, went up to break this structure, but it never took any liquidity at this point. It broke structure to the upside, came, pulled back a bit, broke this structure to the upside. Let me zoom in so that we can understand this thing together. Let me zoom in. I want us to understand whatever I'm saying here. Let me repeat. The price is doing this. It went up, pulled back, went up, pulled back a bit, went up, pulled back, but it never took any liquidity. It never took this low, but it broke structure to the upside. But this is not a valid break of structure. It means this is our inducement. Okay, and then it went up, pulled back, went up to, it also went up, took some liquidity from there, and it pulled back. It never took this liquidity. It went up a bit, it came back, it took this liquidity. So let me mark this liquidity sweep. So the price came and swept this liquidity before going up. So if the price swept liquidity here, you could have taken a trade from this point. You could have taken a buy from this point. After you could have checked if there's a setup, and then you take a buy to take this high, which of course happened. Look at this, it happened, which is a very nice buy, right? Just a minute. Yes, so this is a very nice buy. Let's continue. Let me remove this. It took liquidity and then it broke structure, meaning this is a valid break of structure. Let me mark this valid break of structure very fast. This is a very valid break of structure. And then what happened? The price came back. The price came back to take some small liquidity from this place. The price came back, took some liquidity at this point, or this liquidity here. The price took all this liquidity, right? The price took this liquidity and then pushed back. So another buy from this point. You could have bought from this point to this buy here, and your stop loss at this point. Yes, like that. So this is our second buy. I'm just saying, but let's continue. And then what happened? Inside this? It broke structure, meaning this is a valid break of structure to the upside. A very valid break of structure to the upside here. And then let's continue. The price did what? It went up. Let me show you. The price broke this structure, it went up, pulled back up, it went up, but it never took any liquidity at this point. So it went up again to break this structure, pulled back, but it never took any liquidity, went up to break this structure. Remember, this level here is from the monthly time frame, the break of structure from the monthly time frame, but inside that impulsive move to the upside, there are some structures that were broken. When you check this place, there was no liquidity that was taken, so I'm expecting the price to come back, take some liquidity from this level, and then maybe it will continue going up, or it will continue going down and down. But if it is an uptrend, I'm expecting it to come back, take this liquidity, because there's liquidity here, and also, excuse me, I was saying there is an order block at this point. There's an order block here. The price can come back, take this liquidity, and then tap into this order block, and then do what? Continue going up, or it will break this. If it breaks this low or this low, if it breaks this low or this low here, then we'll start going down. It will be a bearish trend. Now let me mark this. There's liquidity at this point. All of this is liquid, so I'm expecting the price to come below this. This liquidity, these inducements, these are inducements. Let me make them as inducements. Actually, these are inducements, so I'm expecting the price to come back. I'm expecting the price to come back, react from an order block, and then do what? Go up, right? So let me check something here. So this is a valid order block. Let me mark this valid order block here. Sorry. Let me mark this valid order block here. At this point, this is our order block, and then there's a fair value gap above it. So this is a very nice setup on the weekly time frame. So I'm expecting it to come back. Sorry for this. I'm expecting the price to come back, take this inducement, tap into this order block, then change of character, and then do what? Come back to react from a certain order block, and then do what? Boom, continue to the upside. This is my setup on the weekly time frame. But let's continue. On the daily time frame, let me remove this. Now let's check on the daily time frame what's happening. On the daily time frame, what is happening here? On the daily time frame, I want to show you something I realized last week. Now on the daily time frame, look at this. Let me show you something. There was a break of structure to the upside at this point. Yeah, this break, right? Let me not mark it. Let me do this. Here there's a break of structure here to the upside, right? And then look at this. This became our inducement. The price came back, took this inducement at this point, tapped into this order block, and then did what? Went up, meaning this is a valid break of structure, and this is our strong low, right? And then the price went up, pulled back a bit. Remember, there's some break of structure at this point, a break of structure, but it was not valid until this liquidity was taken and the price went up to break structures to the upside. After breaking this structure, the price came back to take this liquidity, tap in some order block at this point, and then went up to break more structures. Now this is was our last strong low. And what did the price do? The price came, took this strong low here, right? The price came back, took this strong low here, and then what happened? The change of character at this point. Let me mark these structures I'm talking about. Let me mark them. Let me start from this point. This, what I'm saying is this. There was a break of structure at this point, but this break of structure never took any liquidity until the price came back to take this liquidity, this inducement, this liquidity at this point, and then the price went up to break this structure, making it a valid break of structure, right? And then the price went up, broke this structure after taking liquidity, as we said. So this is a valid break of structure, after taking this liquidity. Let me just mark it to taking this liquidity here. And then what did the price do? It came back, took this inducement here. Yeah, price came, took that inducement as liquidity, tapped into some order block. I'm sure there's an order block somewhere here. Yeah, and then did what? There's an order block here, and then the price went up to break structure, which is here. I hope you are following. Broke this structure to the upside, meaning this is a valid break of structure, right? Now I was saying this was our last strong low here. This was our last strong low. Was our last strong low because it took liquidity before breaking structure. Now it was broken. Yeah, this strong low was broken, meaning this is a change of character. Now we are bearish. When we are bearish, I said this is liquidity here. This is our strong liquidity engineering, liquidity at this point, which has been already taken, and now we are on a downtrend. Look at this. This is liquidity at this point. It came, took this liquidity, tapped into this order block at this point, because there's an order block at this point, right? This order block, and then what is happening? It has started going downside. Now we are bearish. I believe we are supposed to go down to this point to take this inducement. I believe this downtrend is going to take this inducement, go into this order block and do what? Boom, go to the upside or it will continue to the downside. Now we don't know, but we go with what the price says. Now let's continue analyzing. Last week I took 2 buys from this point. Let me show you. I took 2 buys from this point, 2 buys, and they went well. Now let me go to the lower time frame. It has taken liquidity. The price has taken liquidity. Let me mark it. The price went up, took this liquidity, tapped into this order block, and now what am I expecting? The price to go to the downside, and our first target is at this point. This is our first target, so I'm expecting the price to come and take this low at this point, right? Nice. So let's go to the lower time frame, to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, let me see, I want to check if there is a change of character after tapping into the order block, but I'm not sure until I see the change. A valid change of character is when I'm taking sales, because the price can decide to come. I believe this is some inducement too. So I'll wait and the price to go up, tap into this order block at this point, and then I will look for sales after the change of character. So now I want to check the valid, if there's a valid change of character. Now look at this. I want us to check this. I want us to check this trend from this point to the upside. Okay, let me remove this. Now after the price changed character here, it started going up. It pulled back to take liquidity and tap into an order block. Now I want us to map those structures. I want us to go to the 1 hour to see these things clearly. Now let's go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour time frame, look at this. On the 1 hour time frame, I want to show you something, or let me use the 15 minutes time frame or the 30 minutes time frame for clarity. Yeah, yes, after this change of character, I want us to check what happened. Now look at this. Let me explain first. Now look at this. The price was coming back, made an eye here, came back, and then the price went up to take this liquidity. It took more liquidity here, and then what did it do? Came back, but never broke structure. It went up to take more liquidity before going down to break this structure, right? I hope you are seeing that. Let me mark that first. Let me mark this. I'm saying this is our inducement, or in other words, our liquidity. The price came back, took this liquidity. The price came back, took that liquidity, went down, but it never took enough liquidity, so it came back again to take some more liquidity and tapped into the order block. Actually, this is more liquidity, right? Tapped into this order block. There's an order block here in the 30 minutes time frame. Actually, it took liquidity, tapped into this order block, and then it went to break structure, right? So I don't want to mark this order block. Let me just remove it. And then it went down to break this structure to the downside. yeah, to the downside. Okay, broke structure to the downside, the last break of structure, meaning this is our strong high at this point because it took liquidity and then broke structure. Now I'll mark this as my strong high, and once it is broken, then we'll say this is a valid change of what? Character, which happened at this point. Now look at this. Look at this. This is the valid change of character to the upside. Now I was waiting for the price to come back. I was waiting for the price to come back. Take this liquidity from this point. Wait a minute. I waited for the price to come back. Actually, this was my liquidity at this point. I waited for the price to come back. Let's take this inducement because on the higher time frame, like 1 hour, it is an inducement. So it took this liquidity, and mind you, it came to the 50% Fibonacci retracement. So I decided to enter being aggressive. Yeah, exactly. So after taking this liquidity, I entered aggressively here, like this, right? And targeting this. I was targeting this. Actually I was targeting this place. This eye. It was this eye as my first TP. This eye as my first TP here. And then my stop loss was at this point. Yeah, so it played out, and then I waited for a pullback to take this liquidity. There was liquidity here, so I waited for it to take this liquidity also. I waited so much, and then I entered this trade too at this point. I gave this trade to someone. I targeted this point, and then my stop loss was a bit at the below this order block here. Yeah, so I entered this trade too, but check what it did, right? This is what it did. So what I'm waiting for is for a change of character so that I can take this trade to the downside. And my valid change of character is at this point because this is the last point that took liquidity. So this is my strong, this is my strong low. I'm waiting for the price to come and go below this point, and then I'll take my I'll start checking for my entry to sell. But if it will not come to take this low, I will not enter for a sell. So that is my setup on EURCAD.